Money on my mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What is good, everybody? Oh my goodness, I'm pre-micro machine myself. Let's look at that starting off. That's what happens. One take. Happy Tuesday. We're here, or Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hopefully, you guys have been getting a lot of value out of the episodes. The beginning of the month, I hit you guys every day. So you had a episode on Monday, the first full week. I know that this is the second full week, but it was a holiday, and the week started on a full week, and I was stuffed full of turkey, and I was having tryptophan comas. I just couldn't deal. Okay, my numbers weren't in yet, but. First full week, I hit you guys darn near every day. Like, you get like 4 or 5 episodes out of me. I think 5. Yeah, it's like 5. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 5. So you guys get 5 episodes, sometimes 6. We'll see. Coming in 2026, I got to figure out what my schedule is going to be because we switched the portfolios around. So doing an episode on a portfolio that really doesn't have money going into it actively, regularly anymore, that also might be getting downsized dramatically, the Robinhood portfolio, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So we'll see what we're going to do with that. Or depending on the moves that we could potentially make, we might be making a couple of shifts, and actually we'll be running our fully invested portfolio. The fully invested part might be the Robinhood portfolio because I have a cap on my primary income portfolio that I'm looking to hit. And once we get there, I'm going to shift over and just put my whole paycheck in the Robinhood portfolio and then just run rampant from there. But the way that it's looking right now, at least, I think that what we're going to do is, because I really do not want to liquidate any of my portfolios to pay off any debt. I really am not trying to do that. But I would liquidate that Robinhood and move it over to the primary to speed that process along a little bit and just have all the dividends coming in one place, because we're not going to be doing the Robinhood tracking, and then we can track it after I shift it over. I think I might do that. That might be what we're doing tomorrow, is going ahead and issuing some sell orders and then moving all that money that's from the income portion of the portfolio over. And then we might actually start a new portfolio and then start moving money into that portfolio and having a legitimate lifestyle portfolio with only income stuff in it. I think that's what I might do. Probably going to do that. Anyways, neither here nor there. We're here to talk about crypto today. First and foremost, I hope you guys are having a good morning. Secondly, I would ask that if you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead and like the video. I promise all the tangents moving forward will be crypto related. Secondly, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And lastly, especially for those of you that are in the Wolf Pack already, which means that you're already subscribed, share the video. Definitely get me out there into the algorithm. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, and we're going to get in. We're going to get locked in. We're going to get focused. We're going to be hydrated and motivated because it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I don't even know what day it is. As you guys are catching this, I am probably on a plane on the way to New York. And that's the reason I don't know what day it is, because this is the earliest red-eye flight that I've ever been on personally. I got to be at the airport by like 4 a.m. It's craziness. So I'm a little bit out of sorts. It's the evening before, which is why I keep saying it's Tuesday. That's when I record these, is Tuesday evening. Just so that way I have the freshest information. I'm not up early enough to record it in the morning and get my workout in. And, this morning specifically, I did not get my workout because I had to be up too early. Like, I'm going to be getting up at 3:30 a.m., which honestly, I get up at about 2:30 to go to the bathroom anyways, because I drink a lot of water. Way too much water. Like I said, hydrated and motivated. But, I mean, when I get up to go to the bathroom, I might just stay up. That's where I'm at right now. Like I'm going to set multiple alarms. I get up at 4:30. I'm going to be getting up an hour earlier than when I normally get up. Hopefully going to be on the plane by 5:20. We'll see. And yeah, so wish me luck. Anyways, at the time of this recording, Bitcoin is sitting at $92,253.15. We're in a good range, man. We're back above 90. You know, we bounced around in the 80s. Now we're back above 90. It's probably because I made a rule that if we were below 89 or below 90 on any of my paydays when the cash infusion goes into my brokerage account, that I was gonna throw an extra 10% in the long-term Bitcoin holdings to see if we can buy some Bitcoin related stuff. And now look at what happened. Over 90, which is fine because I bought like $3,000 worth of Bitcoin in sub 90s, which is awesome. So like, you know, our Bitcoin spigot's back on. We're trying to get our Strike account up to snuff. Ethereum following that, we're back above 3,000 at $3,301.63. That's looking good, which puts our Bitcoin dominance at 56.8%. Ethereum dominance followed up at 12.3%. Gas fees are apparently at 0 right now, which I don't think is accurate. But the last time that I was on ETH, which was probably Sunday when we were below 90, man, let me tell you, the pricing, gas fees were nothing. And I was moving some weight. So, you know, it might be. And maybe they just ain't. Maybe it is low. Who knows? Moving on, shout out to CoinGecko for this wealth of information that we reference every episode and where I track my crypto holdings. Top 3 trending coins. At number 1, we have Midnight. At number 2, we have Pudgy Penguins. At number 3, we have Terra Luna Classic. Ooh, blast from the past. Let's go on over and talk about our top gainers and losers. Now, we're going to go ahead and start off with our top gainers, top 5 gainers in the last 24 hours. I hope everybody gets the opportunity to be on this list and bask in the glory of being featured on the top gainers list. While we're at it, I'm going to also add in that I hope that if you are on this list, it is a triple plus digit day for you and you have won the metaphoric lottery as far as crypto is concerned. At number 1, we have it ranked 220. We have Pippin with a gain of 64.8%. At number 2, we have it ranked 745. Humidify with a gain of 45.8% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have at rank 291, Folks, with a gain of 39.2% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have at rank 945, Ancient 8, with a gain of 38.6% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, we have at rank 423, River, with a gain of 24.7%. Moving on to the top 5 losers of the day. I hope that if you do find yourself on this list, it is for one of 2 reasons. Reasons number 1 is you are looking at getting into position, and this is offering you a tasty entry point to get in on the dip. Number 2, the only other reason I want you on this list is if you're actively dollar cost averaging a position, and this is giving you an opportunity to buy a few extra tokens, throw a little bit extra money at it. It's giving you a tasty dip to bring your cost average down, so that way you're getting positioned in the best fashion possible. Let's get to it. At number 1, we have it rank 126. We have Midnight with a loss of 57% in the last 24 hours. At number 2, we have it rank 985, BitLight, with a loss of 37.6% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have it ranked 678. Power Protocol with a loss of 28.6% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have it ranked 315. Audiera with a loss of 21.2% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, at number 5, we have it ranked 707 of Vici with a loss of 16.5% in the last 24 hours. Now, we're going to move over to the portfolio, which is going to be horrible, but we are transparent over here. We don't always win, and it is very hard to win at altcoins. It's just what it is. It's the reason we're working our way out of it. The altcoin portfolio is in the last 24 hours up 13.1%, which is awesome. But the reality of that situation is, and see, this is the part that the gurus won't tell you. They'll just show you that the portfolio is up 13.1% and be like, yeah, look, we get money over here. You're not getting money most likely, because the reality of it is our total profit and loss since the inception of the portfolio, we are down 29.9%. That is reality, folks. That's what realism looks like with no side of tism. Okay. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it and give out our top 10 really quick. This will be dramatically changing moving forward as we are in the process of trimming the crypto portfolio fat. 2026 is going to be way different than 2025. It's going to be more strategic. It's going to be more focused. It's going to be more intentional. This was our last year of playing the market. I don't need to play the market. It's time to let the law of large numbers take over, and we're going to be working with systems. We're going to be working with financial structures. We're not going to be out here gambling in the altcoin market. We're going to have a few choice holdings. We're going to ride with those holdings. Those holdings are looking to be long-term positions. And we're going to just keep it rolling with those, most likely, especially if it's not producing income. Those are the things. Got to outproduce Bitcoin, or it's got to produce more income than my high yield portfolio. Like it's super simple for me. So moving in, we have a number one. Now, obviously, we're leaving out the dollar stables. That doesn't need to be there. Because it doesn't serve you guys any value. I want you to see 10 actual coins. So at number one, we have Solana. At number two, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number three, we have Thorwallet, DEX, TGT. At number four, we have Aave, AAVE. At number five, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token, always a mouthful, JLP. At number 6, we have Radium, RAY. At number 7, we have Injective, INJ. At number 8, we have Superverse, SUPER. At number 9, we have AVAX, AVAX, Avalanche. And last but not least, at number 10, we have Akash Network, AKT. Close it out into discussion. What do we got going? We're trimming a lot of fat. A lot of positions coming out. Still deciding. If it's not producing money, it's got to go. If it's not something that I really want to ride out and see if it does something, it's got to go. It's basically that simple. I am really focused. Like, I'd rather have Bitcoin. I'd rather have Ethereum. And it's basically that simple for me at this point. Like, this is not a game. Your financial situation is not a game. As you start getting into large numbers, it becomes less of a game. It just is. I was like, this was my final learning experience with altcoins. Like, if it's not something that produces high yield or I'm very high convicted in, it's got to go. This is my last year doing it. It's my last year, people. I'm going to be one of those curmudgeony, not necessarily Bitcoin only, but like, we are condensed down. Like, that list, we are about to be on a handful of coins. And unless something comes on my radar that I'm serious about doing $1,000 to $10,000 position in, I'm not going to be interested in getting in that coin. Like, honestly, like, if I'm not ready to throw some money at it at this point, and obviously this is blue collar working money, so $1,000, $10,000, that's a lot of money for me. 1,000 not so much, but 10,000, yeah, like, that's still a good chunk of money. it's just not gonna be worth it because I have other means and everything at the end of the day. Like I'm trying to buy Bitcoin, and it's like this is one of those years where you should have just bought Bitcoin. You could have just bought Ethereum. Like, I mean, everything else is performing horribly, in my opinion, like metrically bad. So, do I think the bull run's over? Probably not, but we're definitely trimming out some fat. Like, there's the stuff that I'm going to be willing to ride as far as an alt perspective that's not Ethereum or Chainlink. It's going to be few and far between. Like, it's going to be very specific. So, we'll be talking about that as we roll into 26. Just to give like a pre-run, obviously we've got our Bitcoin standard. I've still got 2,000 that needs to get moved out of here. This side of the portfolio is sitting at $3,303.68. We are up 4.8%. Obviously, it's a dollar cost average portfolio we've been buying. We were buying at the peak. We're still buying. It is what it is. Moving into 2026, go ahead and get a peek at the reserves. I haven't filled it out completely, but as you can see, Bitcoin and Ethereum are in there. This has my current Bitcoin holdings of $3,356.95. This is a lot of fat trimming, a lot of purchasing that was happening. We are up 3% on this portfolio. Obviously, we are jockeying in that range between, I'd say, 84, 83, 82 and 94, 95. And, we're trying to focus our buys in towards obviously closer to 90. But any of these buys right now, I'm here for. You'll see some stuff pop up that are Bitcoin derivatives in the long-term holdings portfolio now that I've one of my positions is recently hit the market. I'm going to do a video about it. And it's a lot more affordable. It's in the affordable range. So we're going to be hitting smash buy on that pretty heavily. At least for the next few opportunities to purchase that come along. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just jump into our final little spiel here, and we can have that conversation. The working class needs Bitcoin. It's an honest belief of mine, and it's become more and more apparent the more and more I see the games that are being played in the financial markets. The desperation, the I can't afford it. There's this constant inundation of people getting engagement. And I believe it's engagement farming. I really do. Because I know if me, who doesn't have that piece of paper that says that I'm smart or that career that says that I'm important, being a blue collar schlub, is out here making moves and thriving because of decisions, that it has to be because these people are getting paid. They're on monetized channels on TikTok. They're on monetized channels on YouTube talking about how nobody can afford anything. But you're making money on YouTube. You make money giving an opinion, talking, sowing fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And the one thing that I had to take a step back and go, well, what if you didn't have Bitcoin? And while there are tools now that we talk about on this channel regularly that I do have now, the build up to this was because I had Bitcoin. I had an ability to save in a means that beat inflation in the face. My time that I worked for was not stolen after I've done it. And I think it's more so important for blue collar workers. So I was working today, my whole leg started feeling weird. And not even the one that had surgery, is the other one. And, my knee was hurting. My Achilles on that side was feeling some type of way. Like there was multiple things going on with my leg for a little bit there. I don't know. After you get over 40, you step funny, stuff starts hurting. And I work in a labor intensive career. It's half IT, half construction. And we were doing construction. We've been doing construction for the past 2 weeks. And while I am in phenomenal shape, It wears on you. It wears on your body. And it made me think, and I was like, what's even worse than wearing your body out for a career? And I mean, I make okay money. I'm not gonna even say it's decent. It's okay. But I supplement it with money that I go hunt for. So I make good money at that point. Like people are like I don't count my distribution income in my income. I'm just like, so you talk to people and somebody asks me what I make, I'd let them know what my W-2 is, because most of the time they're not on the level. They don't understand that. And I don't want them to think that, oh, this dude goes to work and makes all this money, because I don't. Like, I go to work and make about half this money. And then the other half is making it so that I can like not have to wait until both my legs are blown out to like go enjoy myself and do stuff I want to do. But for blue collar workers that are just stuck in that fiat system, you don't, your time is getting robbed. So like if you just put your money in the bank, if I was just putting my money in the bank, I'd be able to buy orders of magnitude less stuff. I'd have less financial mobility. I would need the job. And honestly, with a lot of the way a lot of these jobs function, that's where they want you. They want you to go ahead and like max out your 401k, max out all this other stuff so that you can't leave. So that we can extract every bit of resource that we can out of you specifically. We want you busted when you leave here. We want you so drained that you get maybe like another 3 to 5 years and then you drop because we took it all. And there was a point in time, shout out to the boomers, where like your job meant something. You meant something to that company. They liked you. Like they actually cared. And like they'd give you your little raise and you could raise a family, you could buy a house. You can't do any of that. And they still expect us to work to death. We are disposable, publicly disposable to these people who are extracting our life force to live their dream. And we're running around in an existential nightmare unless you have Bitcoin. There might not be a light at the end of the tunnel unless you have Bitcoin. And if you have Bitcoin, you have to have had it for a little while to understand how that light at the end of the tunnel works and to reframe your thinking. But when you start seeing yourself able to afford more stuff every year, it makes you want to get rid of your bank account. It makes you want to kick your bank account in the mouth. Like every time they talk to me about, oh, you should have 6 months, 3 months, 1 month cash in the bank. Why? If I'm not going to use it in 4 years, I'd rather have it in Bitcoin. I can make cash out of that at any point in time. And guess what? I'll get more cash because cash is going down. Bitcoin is going up. Actually, it's not even that cash, like the dollars just become worth less. Because they're stealing the labor that you did. Like when you do your work and you get paid, and then you go, I'm going to save this for later. You're storing the work that you did for later. You already got paid for it. It was worth X amount. And then years down the road, you go, hey, that labor that I stored, I want to use that. So you go get it out. And you're like, yeah, like, I think I'm going to go buy that thing that I always wanted. And that thing that you always wanted, whatever it is exponentially more expensive. And now you can't afford it. They just robbed you for your labor. And we live in a system where they tell us we have to rob you for the system to be working right. Think about that. They tell us we have to have inflation. They tell us that deflation is bad. They said your value that you worked for, actually whatever you chose to save in, going up in value, that's a bad thing. Think about that. We have to rob you. You have to be punished a little bit for saving money for later. The labor that you did at one rate, it has to be worth less if you saved it in dollars later. And I am really into money, really into financial education, really into understanding how this game works, because I understood at a very young age that something was going on. But most people aren't. Most of you who are watching this channel, I'm going to put you in an echelon. If you're watching for the first time, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're one of us. Most people don't talk about money. Most people don't call their friends and have conversations about finance, their dreams, what they're trying to do, the moves they're trying to make later on with any type of seriousness. Me and my tribe does talk about money all the time. I love talking about money. I care about how my friends are doing financially. Like, it's kind of important because I'm going to do well and I'm not going to hold myself back to make them feel better, which means that they got to catch up. Just what it is. Sun shines bright around here. Most people only understand saving money in the bank, which is going broke slowly because inflation, your interest that you get in your money market account, your high interest saving, the fact that they say high interest should be insulting to you because it's not beating inflation. So is the interest high? No, it's not. It's something that they tell you to like make you feel better about what you're doing, like you're doing something, when actually you're just going to end up poor because you're not going to be able to afford anything that you're saving up for ever. It's not the way the games work. GDP, interest, we got to have a little bit of inflation because that's good for the economy. What it's good for are people like myself who hold assets and don't deal in fiat or use dollars as what they're supposed to be used for, a means to immediate. We don't save in dollars. We save in assets. But most people, working class, don't hold assets. You're not even invested in stocks. You don't even have the S&P 500, which will at least keep you flat. You're not going to make money. It'll keep you flat. And these people that tell you that, oh yeah, no fire, they just did the S&P 500 and then that's all they had to do, are insanely, horrendously lying to you. They're selling you a pipe dream. Because inflation. If food's going up and you got this pool of money that you're eating out of because you're eating your portfolio to exist now, that means you get to nibble a little bit less every year. Because inflation, if you're not keeping up with real world inflation, God forbid you have to buy a new car. God forbid. Because that's the system that we live in. The other thing that working class people and poor understand is home ownership. And now you got all the gurus out there telling you to rent for forever so that your rent can go up indefinitely. Oh, but the maintenance on your house. Yeah, the maintenance on your house. Yeah, there's risks. You're not going to have this risk-free lifestyle, but what you don't have is a bazillion-dollar price hike multiple times a year because BlackRock bought your house. Because some foreign entity bought your home. And they don't care about you. So they jack the rents up. Because they can. Not because they have to. Because they can. It's their house. It's not your house. They have no control over anything. You're constantly asking for somebody to help you. And then the gurus who tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps tell you to not do the one thing that our tax bracket understands, which is save money and buy a house. Why? Because you can borrow against your house. Now, granted, middle class and poor don't understand how debt works, which is why you believe Dave Ramsey when he tells you all debt's bad debt. It's terrible. Meanwhile, those of us who do understand how to wield it as it's intended are expanding our wealth and we're buying up everything. And then we get to the K-shaped economy to where you're complaining because you can't eat. And I'm over here going, man, I can eat everything. So full. My cup is runneth over. And you have two totally different worlds. And like, that's as somebody who's in the working class that's actively doing non-working class things to get out of it that are working. Net worth's going up darn near every month. Now, granted, November was a bad month, but all in all, when we're going through here, I have more episodes of positive movement, positive momentum, positive wealth expansion than I do of, oh, we're backtracking. Oh, this is terrible. Because I'm putting in the work and we're expanding on the strategy. We're moving forward with the strategy. We're about to start talking about being fully invested all the time. Everything going into the brokerage account. We're living out of the brokerage account now. Going to be buying more Bitcoin. But you know what? For my fiat transactions, that high-end, that income yielding account, guess what? Give Caesar what's Caesar. And you know what? I'm going to win at that game too. And then eventually we'll be fully invested and we'll be fully out into the Bitcoin account. And that's going to be a move too, because once the debt's paid off, all of the dividends that come out, all of the distributions. I mean, what's going to happen when we just go in, oh, okay, whatever W-2 income I get goes into the brokerage. All the distributions coming out of the brokerage because all the debt's paid off. We got a little bit pay off this little card here, and then all the rest of it goes into the Bitcoin account. Oh, and then we just pull off a line of credit off the Bitcoin, so that way we can just pay the stuff off there, and it just cycles indefinitely. They've put us in a position to where they're making it increasingly less likely that you're going to move out of whatever position that you're in. The working class and the poor need Bitcoin. They do. And it's funny because those are the same people that talk trash on Bitcoin. Those are the same people that trade Bitcoin like it's a stock. Just trading away your freedom. Oh, I got 100% one time. Oh, okay. Cool story, bro. Now you get to work forever. It's awesome. How long till you don't have to work? Let's talk about that. What's that value? What are those dollars, that 100% that you made to go get dollars? What are those going to be worth in a year? What are those going to be worth in 2 years? What are those going to be worth in 4 years? In comparison to what Bitcoin's going to be worth in that same amount of time. People are not understanding what Bitcoin is, and I understand because most of you are in states of duress. Most of you are trying to get rich next Tuesday. That's why you're here. It's probably why you aren't going to like my channel specifically, because we're talking about winning. I want everybody in the NBA. Never broke again. We trying to get in the league. And my way of giving back, because it's not my responsibility. I don't owe anyone anything because no one helped me. So I don't have that intrinsic, I owe the community. I don't owe anyone anything because nobody showed up for me. I did this by myself. I go to work and I do different things with the money, and I put in my 10,000 hours doing the research. I got active, burnt my hand, touched the stove, made money, lost some money, figured out what systems worked, tested things, was fine being wrong, held my L's. My way of giving back is leaving the breadcrumbs. You can come over here and track and see what I'm doing. You can see where my accounts are, see where my net worth is. We do that every month. First Monday of the full week that we drop the episodes. It's on a Monday. It's always on a Monday. Monday is the financial update where we talk about, did the net worth increase? Did it decrease? How much? Because it doesn't go forward all the time. But the premise is, I'm leaving the breadcrumbs. Like, there's no excuses. If you're seeing this channel, if you're checking this out, tap in with me down in the comments. Go ahead and leave me any comment you want. Raise a hand, a little hand emoji. Because now you're accountable. Because because I told you. There's somebody out here who goes to work, puts his boots on every day, goes out and grinds himself down into nothing, just like you do. Having a completely different outcome than you're having, apparently, because all of you are posting videos about everything being expensive and you not being able to afford McDonald's fries. I don't know. Fast food's bad for you, so I wouldn't go there either. Industry's apparently dying because it's so expensive, because they're charging the same prices that you could go sit down and get something that has more nutritional value in it. And yeah, capitalism. they deserve to go out of business. It's expensive. It's crazy. Like, just you can go sit down and get like a meal and a smile and some service, maybe. I don't know, because like depending on where you're going, a lot of you in the service industry, I did that for a decade. Y'all suck. It's just the truth. Like, refill the drinks, people. Like, you're not a good server if you don't refill drinks. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's super simple way to get good tips and make sure that your table doesn't need anything is refill the drinks. Real easy to be good as a server. If you refill the drinks, generally speaking, you're going to catch anything that would make you not get a great tip immediately. And like, smile sometimes, have a good disposition, but refill the drinks. Like, if your people are sitting there thirsty, I promise you, they don't like you and you suck at your job. Okay, done with that rant. But there has to be a point where some level of accountability comes to you, the individual. You can't blame we can't blame the boomers. We can't blame our parents, because you got to live your life. You get your paycheck. Unless you don't. Now, if somebody else is jumping in between you and your paycheck and your financials are screwed up because of that, then you got to get rid of whoever's jumping in between you and the paycheck. But you get your paycheck. When you get your paycheck, you decide what you're going to buy. That's your credit card with your name on it, unless your identity got stolen or someone stole your credit card and used it. Not you. You decide how every single dollar you have is spent. Every single one of them. And if adjustments need to be made, you're the one who has to make them. And what I do know for a fact, considering all of the retirees that are having to go back and put the fries in the bag, that what your parents did and what your grandparents did, what your parents are probably doing, for those of you that are in my younger demographic there, you guys in your 20s that are out here in the working market that haven't completely screwed everything up yet, I'm going to probably do some episodes for you. Hit me up down in the comments. I will. You've made those decisions. You've made those choices. You ladies out there, I see you. You save up all year. Instead of moving your net worth forward and investing in something that could pay for you to go on trips indefinitely, you spend all your money on the trip. You always going somewhere, and somehow also broke and complain about how expensive everything is. I see you. Those are decisions, though. Like, you don't get to come back around when, like, oh, Ray Bear gets to go on all the trips indefinitely, and you're like, how do you pay for that? I'm like, I don't. Like, my brokerage account pays for this. Oh, how'd you get that new BMW? My brokerage account paid for that. Is paying for that. Actually, correction. I got 22 more payments. But when we get to these points, these inflection points, at the end of the day, when you come home, you pick up that card, you disperse those funds. We have the internet. All the information is available. So I don't really have a whole lot of empathy for people that can get online. You can watch Fight Club. You know about all the daily gossips. You know about Akash Singh's wife. Know every detail about that. You're listening to Coach Greg Adams. You know why these women ain't nothing. You listening to the girls channel because these men are all dusty. You know everything about everything except for your bank account. You know everything. Everything else, but you're broke. You're in good shape and you're broke, which is also insane. You have terraformed and taken over your genetic code and transformed yourself into a Grecian god that ain't got two pennies to pinch together because you can't do the same thing with your bank account because you don't want to take the time to look and fix that messed up situation. You fixed your messed up body. You got a new body. Get a new bank balance, man. These are choices. And one of the choices is getting thrown in your face. Bitcoin. All these people are talking about Bitcoin. And I'm not talking about the people that are telling you you're going to get rich next Tuesday or to trade it like it's a stock, like it's a penny stock. I'm talking about the people that are telling you. You've got me, Adam Livingston. There's plenty of other people out there. Michael Saylor, every one of his keynotes is a masterclass in why you should have Bitcoin. I'm talking about the people who are telling you, hey, this is the way out. This is the life raft. This is an ecosystem. These are some strategies that you can use to maximize the money that you have coming in. Here are the breadcrumbs. And honestly, out of everybody that I know that talks about this stuff, at least from the way that they posture online, I'm the brokest one. Okay. And I can honestly say that I got to go to work every day. I don't get to sit here and be online all the damn time. I'm the poor one. Like I'm in the same situation you're in. You probably make more at your job than I make at my job. And, I've got my receipts for my net worth. I update it every month. How, Sway? You're talking about you're never going to be able to afford a house. I have a house. How, Sway? We're making different decisions and we're getting different outcomes. Because I'd rather front load my suffering personally, so that way I can A, not have to work until I'm 80. And then B, when I get out of the rat race, the way that I'm setting it up is I'm not going to have to come back. Now, one of those things is until I figure out how to mediate my schedule, because I am bad at it, I'm still going to have to go to work, but I'm definitely not going to have to go to work beating my body up or doing what I'm doing now. Like it's going to open up some opportunities for me. That said, I'm also not the guy who's going to be sitting on the beach doing content and being like, yeah, look at me, I'm not doing anything. I'm always going to have to work. I'm either going to have to build something, or I'm going to have to go help somebody build something, or I'm going to have to go do something. But one of the things that I will have the ability to not do is be like, yo, I'm not doing manual labor. Like, I'm not going to do it. Because I don't have to. Why? Because I can just go home. Like, I can make more. Because honestly, whatever I end up doing, especially if I'm working for somebody else, they're going to be paying me less than what I'm making sitting at my house. 100%. I just don't like necessarily sitting at my house in that sense. I do like sitting at my house, but like, I have to have something to do every day. It's just the way that I'm wired. I'm too high energy. So either I'll be getting jacked and there'll just be a bunch of fitness content because I won't have anything else to do. I'll just go to the gym all day. Like, I will have to tax myself in some form of fashion every day. But we're getting different outcomes is the point that I'm making. It's like you see people that I know make more money than me in the W-2 world. If we're just talking W-2, like, I know they make more money than me. Just constantly complaining about money. And it's like, the decisions that we make have to change. Like, you have to be accountable. Yes, the boomers screwed this up for us. Yes. Now what? Because guess what they get to do? They're gonna just die out of this. Like, it's not like we're not even gonna get our lick back against them because they're old as dirt. Like, there's no getting them back. Like, it's just done. It's done. It's over. It's over. It happened. Here we are. Sucks, but yeah, this is us. And we're gonna have to change the way that we look at this financial system, and we have to start tearing it apart and looking at what works, because while there's definitely some room for improvement, we're where we're at in the game right now. And you don't want to be at the bottom with whatever changes we have coming. Because, like, if you're at the bottom, it's going to be worse for you. So you got to start working your way up. And I'm trying to leave the breadcrumbs of what I'm doing to kind of elevate my position and myself. And hopefully some of that, inspires some of you, because like you're at least getting to see like, hey, well, this dude's working and he's doing the exact same thing I'm doing, because like we're in the same situation. I'm doing some different stuff with my money. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you guys got some value. Hopefully you guys liked my little rant there at the end. The topics, I'm going to try and dive deeper into these topics. It's probably going to be more philosophical. Every once in a while I'll do news or reactions or something. If there's something specific that you want for the topic part of this show, either email me, shoot me a DM on Instagram, any of my socials that are down there, except for X. I'm not on X that much, to be honest. I'm not a big X head. But I do check my Instagram regularly, or shoot me an email. And if I'll take specific requests, because like you guys are the audience. I mean, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, but you know, you guys are an integral part of this. I'm making this for you guys. So, and for those of you who have my number, you can just text me, whatever. To add on to this, it just needs to be crypto related for this episode. But for the other episodes, the bag talks, that could be anything. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Reckless Rated Arrow. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening to my delirious long day, late night rant. And I'll be back with you guys again next week. This is another crypto portfolio update. And I hope you guys understand why the working class needs Bitcoin. And I'm out. Peace.
Money on my mind. Yeah. Focus, got no time for games. Nah, I don't play it. I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.